Which wine do you prefer for the start?
Which would you recommend?
Sparkling, are you interested in sparkling
Yes.
and bed nut, spumante?
Yes. Yes.
Young Perricone vineyard. Characteristic of the place is the soil, sandy soil, and red color sand. This is a geological formation called Terra Vecchia, 14 million years old. The soil became from the erosion sandstone rock. And the color is red of iron minerals. So
That's why it's been around.
the roots of the vine go deep, looking for water and find mineral. So all the wines in this soil are sapid, salty, with good freshness and very interesting wine. And we can find this soil just on the top of the hills.
Maybe you could tell a bit more about the varieties of grapes.
I started eating it in 2006 was my first vintage, and I started with the indigenous varieties, so the wines, Catarratto, the Trebbiano, so Toscany Trebbiano, and Perricone, Nel Tavola, and now I started with a new project with the Nestled. This is the only indigenous variety. Indigenous variety, and I prefer to work with them more than international. Finished the harvest last week. The last harvest was the Perricone grapes.
Okay.
Usually I make two different harvests for the Perricone. The first, when the grapes are not fully ripe, and I use this grape to produce the base wine for the sparkling, the white for the base, the blanc de noir, and the rosé for the sparkling and still rosé. And so we harvest apart the bunch in the vine, and we leave a part of the bunch for the second harvest to have the full ripeness for the red Perricone. And the last harvest was last week, beginning of October. This was a difficult vintage, 23,
Okay.
because the climate during spring and during June was amazing. A lot of raining, cold temperature and warm in short time. So it was perfect for the fungus disease. So we have something more than for the grapes. And so we had some problem in some vineyards. Approximately 40% less production with respect to the previous vintage.
Painful.
But yes, lot. But the quality was very good. Now we just work the soil and are preparing for to plant the fava beans for the winter time. To have all the vineyard green and to give a natural fertilizer in the soil with the fava bean.
Can I ask you about how you started the winemaking, your journey?
Yes, I started in 2006. It was my first vintage year, and when I decided to change my life, to start to produce natural wines this year, I always had the passion for the wine, and was for for me was a dream to start to produce wines. I tried for several years in a garage in the town in Palermo, and in 2005 some people bring me in this place, and I immediately understood that it was the place for me. And so I start from zero, because there was only some vineyards, some old vineyards, and building. No electrics, no water, nothing. And so I started from zero. And I am really happy for this choice, because I really changed my life, I changed myself, and everything I do now, I like it. So I'm happy for this. I prefer the big barrel as Livonian oak, because are totally neutral. The oak is not toasted.
Okay.
And I use these for the red, and the first is for our white orange wine. Usually I age the wine for 18, 24 months, depending on the vintage of the wine and the barrel. The first aging is in the concrete vat we have on the side. I use for the fermentation and the first aging. And after malolactic fermentation, I transfer in the big oak barrel. I prefer the concrete vat because it's very interesting for the temperature, very stable temperature. These are two big tanks for stainless steel tanks for fermentation that control the temperature. Too cool. And the pressing machine. And now it's very busy, a lot of case for shipment. It's a finish the alcoholic fermentation. Still fermenting. Without sulfites, I add a small quantity just before batching, and all the wines made the malolactic fermentation, white and the red and the rosé. Okay, this is the
Very beautiful weather.
the white Catarratto. Maybe is the wine that represent my history, because in this wine there is all the characteristics that I told before. It's a sapid, sometimes salty, freshness, very long taste, clean.
It's very, very nice.
Fermented with natural yeasts, of course. But my idea regarding the natural wines is to have a correct wine, without defects. It's difficult, it's complicated to produce natural wines without defect and without chemical product. I think we need a big knowledge of the process of the vinification to produce correct wines in the natural way. I start from the beginning with the organic and biodynamic farming, and now we have both are certified organic and biodynamic, the labels, and I think this is the right way to produce good natural wine.
It's really Very, very nice.
These are the two. This is the Sarei. This is the orange from Catarratto. It was fermented with the skins for 30 days. And then 1 year of aging in the big oak barrel.
It's a very, very, very clean, you know, in the smell and in the taste.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
What's in the color?
It was fermented for 30 days in the concrete vat. 22 degrees
Wow.
during fermentation. And then was pressed, and after malolactic I transfer in the big oak barrel for 1 year. This is a 21 vintage.
Oh.
And those wines are very nice because, you know, when person don't really like natural wine, it's natural. You can send this.
And it's volatile when it has defects.
This is very like
Something-
flow, like very nice.
Something nice to start with.
Yes, I know, and some of my friends tell me that my wines are too balanced, too elegant.
clean.
Below 19 vintage. I fermented this wine with the skins for 8 days, and then was aged in the concrete vat for 18 months. I wait more time to have more complexity and to have more structure in this wine. Sometimes I produce what depends of the vintage, because every vintage, every year we have different ingredients. So sometimes I used to ferment with the skins, sometimes without maceration with the skins, so they directly pressly. Depend of the characteristic grapes in each vintage, and of course the wine could be different year after year. There is no receipt for the wines, but could be. If I remember, 2018 was a very bad vintage. A lot of rain during summer, during August, September. It was not possible to produce skin contact wines because the grapes was not so good. And in this vintage 18, I missed the red Perricone. I harvested the grape before, in the first harvest, and I produced all the rosé wine from the Perricone. I produced the good Nero d'Avola, but Perricone in 18 vintage was no good for the red. Excellent rosé, fresh, good, sapid and acid, but not for the red. This is a Grillo, 8 days in the skins, and
nice smell.
yes, and 19 vintage, 18 months in the vat with the batonnage. I used to keep the wines in the vat for more time to have more complexity, more structure.
Very complex. I like this one a lot, yeah.
The 23, I produced the Grillo without skin contact.
Okay.
The excellent grapes and perfect fermentation. I think it would be a nice vintage for the Grillo, but without skin contact. So it's a white color.
Yeah.
I don't clarify the wines, of course. And are filtered, but soft filtration, 3 or 5 microns. Okay, no more. Malolactic tone and sulfates approximately 30, 35, less than 40 milligram liter. Nothing
Yeah, and
else.
then after time also SO2 it evaporates. So after some time it's around 15 in the bottle.
Less.
Less.
There is the Biodynamic Producer Association. It's called the Renaissance, and I am one of the producers of the group. And we try to have all the same philosophy, of course, and some rules in our group. We don't use more than 14 milligrams.
Okay.
And if you need for some reason, of course it's possible, but it's better to give notice to our member of the association. So.
Okay.
Okay. Very nice.
Beautiful.
These are two of the Voria wines, the Rosé from Perricone grapes and the orange. This is the Perricone of the first vintage, as I told before, when we have a medium ripeness in the grape, good freshness, sapidity, and the perfect sugar to have the right alcohol percent in the wine. This is 11%.
Nice.
Okay. I think maybe more.
What is the wine you like the most from what you do?
Which is
What is your
Favorite wine.
favorite wine?
What of yours?
of mine? Or Jen? I prefer this one,
Okay.
Yeah.
the orange
Wow.
from the Catarratto.
This is very, very nice.
Beautiful.
Easy to drink,
Very easy.
nice, but in the meantime, there is the originality of the place, of the variety, of the fruit, the grape.
Wow.
The orange, next is the blend, Grillo
Catarratto.
and Catarratto, both fermented with the skins, and then the base wine after malolactic fermentation, after was stable. I ferment with the mast for the second fermentation in the bottle.
Very nice.
Thank you so much. I think so. I like this. It's a very interesting and a perfect blend between the two indigenous variety.
It's like caramellic and floral in the same time.
My idea, my project, I started in 2015.
Okay.
The Voria. With the first was a white, rosé, and red. I produce and tried a small quantity. I produce 500 liters for each wine, and I had a collaboration of my friends in a restaurant in Palermo. We start to sell the wines to the customer
Yes.
in the restaurant,
Okay.
and in the same time of the opening of the restaurant. After 1 week, 10 days, he called me. He said, Marco, there is a problem with the Voria. I said, Andrea, what's the problem? I said, finish. Finish. In 10 days,
Wow.
they sold, I think, 50 cases. A lot, really short time.
Okay. Well, but I can understand. It's very fresh. It's very easy drinkable, and it's very nice. It's very light, and it leaves some very,
Real
very
nice bubbles,
taste.
real nice aftertaste.
Yeah.
Nerello Mascalese. Do you know this variety?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mainly
Now we
ground in the east side of Sicily,
Yes.
on the Etna, on the volcan. I think this our place in the altitude with this climate, this variety, the Nerello Mascalese in the west side of Sicily could be really interesting variety and interesting wine. This is came from young vines, and my idea about this wine is to Easy to drink early, young. It's a
Wow.
22 vintage. A short time during the fermentation with the skins to have no much extraction, no much color. So it's very, and I look for brightness in this. In this wine.
It's very, very nice. Again, it's very clean. I mean, just drink it and it's a little salty. It's nice because
It's
of
salty, so happy to be salty.
Yes. Yesterday we had one glass of not natural wine like in very long time, and today I felt this glass very hardly in my. I was like, no.
Sometimes, more often in Sicily, in the restaurants, you find this kind of wine. It's
Yeah.
terrible for me.
Yeah, and it was like really pressing my bed. And only one glass. We had only one glass in the dinner.
one glass each.
And I was like,
Because the restaurant didn't have anything natural to offer.
yeah. Didn't.
Yes, because the natural wine market in Sicily is very young.
Yeah.
When I start, it was very difficult to find customers
Of
in
course.
the local market.
Yeah, I can understand.
Impossible. This is the previous way to produce the wines. Stronger, full body, too much color,
Yes.
alcohol.
Yeah. I don't like it anymore. A long time already.
30 years ago. Now it's different. The people look for different wines.